Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario.
Hi, in this video, we will look at the OpenAI's Text-to-Speech API. Using this API, we can generate realistic and human-like audio, like these ones.
The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This simple fact has been observed by humans for thousands of years.
In the kitchen, the aroma of freshly baked bread filled the air. The loaves were golden brown and crusty on the outside and soft and warm on the inside.
The beach was a popular spot on a hot summer day. People were swimming in the ocean, building sand castles, and playing beach volleyball.
So in this example, first I'll show you how to get started with the Python version of the API to convert a user's prompt to an audio.
Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Helsinki, Finland.
In the second example, I'll show you how to translate the user's prompt from a text in other language rather than English to an audio in that language. In this example, we have a text in Finnish language that translates to an audio in Finnish language.
Kuinka voin auttaa? Kuinka voin auttaa?
We can also use the API for audio streaming. So in the last example, I'll show you how to create an audio streaming from text.
Hello world. This is a streaming test from Helsinki, Finland.
First, we will select all the audio files and delete them. We are going to generate them. And start with the file basic.tts.py. To use the text-to-speech API for Python, you should first install OpenAI with pip install OpenAI. Then you should generate an OpenAI API key from your dashboard and export it. After these two steps, you import OpenAI and the path library. Then you create an instance of the OpenAI API client in order to interact with the text-to-speech API. We define the path for the output audio file. So you have noticed here, we have a custom name, outer.mp3. You can use any name you want for the audio file name. Over here, we refer to the location of the current script and the parent directory containing the script. Next, we should convert the text to speech by specifying the TTS1 model as the language model we want to use for the text-to-speech generation. Next, we also specify the voice we want to use. So here we have Nova. As I showed you on the API website, we have different kinds of voice. We have Alloy, Echo, Fable, and the rest. So let's, for example, change the voice from Nova to Shimmer. And the last parameter for the response is input. So here we specify the user prompt. Let's modify this to, for example, Toronto, and save the changes. Lastly, after creating the audio file, we should open it in binary write mode. So this is a basic example of generating an MP3 file containing the spoken version of this input text. So we can now go to the terminal and run this file, basic.tts.py. Before I run the file, just take a look at this directory. You can see we don't have any audio file here anymore. So once we run it, we will generate the audio file in this directory. You can see we have outer.mp3. So we can now select it and play it and see.
Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario. Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario.
So this is how to use the OpenAI's text-to-speech API in its basic form.
Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario.
This allows you to generate realistic and human-like voices from an input text.
Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario.
I have now shown you a basic example of the text-to-speech API of OpenAI. Let's look at how it works in other languages. If I go to the GitHub repo, over here we have supported languages. If I scroll down, you can see here we have all these languages as supported languages. So you can try the example I'm going to show you with any of these languages here. The one we are going to choose is Finnish. That is this one. So let's go back to Cursor and open that example. So this is similar to the one we did previously. We create a new OpenAI client and specify the path of the audio. Then we generate the audio by specifying all these parameters. So here, instead of English language, we have it in Finnish. Kuinka voin auttaa, which means how can I help you? So here we open the file from the specified path and write the audio data received from the API to the file. Let's go to the terminal, run the file to generate the audio file. So running this file will also generate it in this directory. So we now have outerfinish.mp3. Let's play it.
Kuinka voin auttaa? Kuinka voin auttaa?
For the last example, if I go to the API website again, you can see here we can use it for streaming real-time audio. So let's copy this example and go back to Kesa. Let's test it in this file, realtime audio streaming.py. So I have it in my clipboard. Let's paste it here. Save it and go to the terminal and run it. So that is also going to generate this file in this directory. You can see we have it as output because we didn't specify that in the code. So I can come here and play it.
Hello world, this is a streaming test. Hello world, this is a streaming test.
So in this example, this is the text we just generated as audio. And as you can see here, we have the file name as output. So this is how to get started with the OpenAI Text-To-Speech API.
Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario.
You can use this API to turn text into lifelike spoken audio experiences.
Today is a wonderful day but very cold in Toronto, Ontario.